Well, hello there, Dr. Brian McKay, not just a chiropractor, Stanford, Darien, Norwalk, New Canaan, blah, 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 blah. Well, one of the questions I get is how can I improve brain health? Now, as a chiropractor, or I should not just a chiropractor, it's not that easy. I mean, it's kind of there's a lot of lifestyle changes you have to make if you're really going to be concerned about your brain. It's almost like, you know, smoking, give up smoking. Well, that's one thing. If you're a smoker, give up smoking. It's going to make your brain operate a lot more efficiently. But I guess the biggest thing you start doing is exercise. If you're not exercising enough now, it's time to start exercising. Um, you'll drive more oxygen to your brain. You'll sleep a lot better. Your whole body will work a lot better. So exercise is probably the key driver here right now that you would do to benefit yourself if you want to start working on brain health. Another thing too is we have the standard American diet is just bad. It's tough. Listen, it's not easy to stay healthy when you have as much processed foods that are high in fat, sugar, salt. Um, all of that contributes to inflammation, which inflame gut, which is leaky gut, which is a whole other topic for another day. But you have inflammation in the body, you have inflammation in the brain, and it does transpire, go right across the blood-brain barrier. So you have a lot of stuff that comes about with dietary. So the standard American diet is not your friend as far as comes to brain health. I mean, and brain health is not just dementia, cognitive decline. Brain health is like Alzheimer's. I mean, Alzheimer's is sometimes people refer to it as type 4 diabetes, where the sugar just attacks the brain. Um, this, it's you got to be responsible for yourself, and it's still no guarantee that you're going to be okay from a dementia standpoint. Um, Proper rest, that's another thing about so exercise, diet, all the stuff you've heard and know that you might not be doing. Well, it's time to start doing it if you're concerned about it because it's always too late. Like, how often you hear about somebody gets a diagnosis of lung cancer and they're lifelong smokers and they give up smoking. Hopefully on a prayer that's gonna work. It doesn't always, and it's understandable. It's too much, too little, too late. So you really got to make sure that's you don't want to fall into that trap. I think it's a song. Too much, too little, too late. Well, anyhow, okay. There are a number of supplements you can start to take. Uh, Ginkgo biloba is a vasodilator, and that will definitely help in a tremendous way to not so much with your memory and stuff, but if you want the brain to be vascular, listen, if you're walking around with a pot belly, your belly's fat, your brain's probably fat too. So, that's where the exercise, but also the realization that, just because you take a cholesterol lowering medication, but you're not exercising, you're not watching your diet because the cholesterol is under control, but, you are responsible for your own self. That's really comes down to. The fish oils. Let's start with supplements for brain health. Fish oils are essential. Um, the omega threes really we get too much omega sixes. We need a abundance of omega threes, and it's enough time. It shows improved brain function, memory, faster reaction time with your with activities of the brain. So it's not gonna. There's no link saying if you take fish oils you're not going to get Alzheimer's. Okay, that would be irresponsible to even make that claim. But fish oils can possibly help with depression and dementia. So I think we all know we should get a little bit more fish oils. Problem there is the supplements aren't always that easy to get at the quality level. I mean, if you go to Walmart, that's going to be a little bit different than you're going to get at the next place. So it just comes down to a different approach, better quality. Trust the supplement supplier or the ask for help. Chances are you'd be paying a little bit more for a better product. And listen, Walmart sells vitamins, Costco sells vitamins. A lot of people sell vitamins. As a matter of fact, I don't sell vitamins in my office because I think it just creates. I'll tell you which vitamins to get, but I don't like to sell stuff. I don't plan on being a retail outlet for that stuff. But get some advice for good vitamins. They do exist, and you got to seek them out. But the B vitamins besides the stuff of fish oil, the B6, B9, and B12 will help boost brain function. Kind of minimize the B vitamins help minimize sugar damage to nerve cells and help kind of quell inflammation by reducing there's a substance called homocysteine. Elevated levels of homocysteine is an indicator of inflammation in the body, and so if your body's inflamed, well, your brain's going to be inflamed, and so the B6, B9, B12 are the primary ones that can help with memory recall and depression as well. So you can't lose by taking the B vitamins. All right, so we got ginkgo biloba, fish oils. With the concentration has to be with the omega threes. It's a little confusion there, but the omega threes, the good fish oil fats. There's a newcomer on the scene called huperzine A. Okay, huperzine A is a newcomer as far as brain health, but what it is it helps neurotransmitters, and one of the biggest transmitters in the body is acetylcholine, and you want transmissions across the synapse to be efficient, and if acetylcholine is present in the synaptic junctions, you're going to have an efficient transfer there. So it's really something to take a look at and consider. But huperzine A is one of these ones very few people have heard of it. I would I was kind of amazed. I started taking it once I learned of it. Um, again, the goal is to improve memory and mental function, and you should probably start hearing a lot more about it going forward. I mean, I really think you should be. With acetylcholine, you kind of let's get back to how huperzine is it helps the body produce acetylcholine, which is a neurotransmitter. Um, Acetylcholine is probably the single most important neurotransmitter in the parasympathetic nervous system, which controls smooth muscles, dilates blood vessels, increases bodily secretions, tears, urination, defecation, controls heart rate. Parasympathetic is the opposite of sympathetic, and parasympathetic is part of the autonomic nervous system as well as the sympathetic. But you need a balance. Well, actually, not a balance. You want dominance in parasympathetic nervous system because that's the day-to-day operation. Things run smoothly, everybody's happy, copacetic, all that good stuff. So huperzine A it's minuscule the amount you have to take. I have a 10-gram jar of it, which 10 grams is like a couple packs, I think a few packs of sugar in size, and it has almost 600 servings. So it's used very, very sparingly. Okay, you don't need a lot of it, but it's something I would be. I think it's important. I mean, that's don't be surprised if you hear more about it, but you heard about it here first. How does that sound? All right, so green tea. Green tea has a thing called L-theanine, which is shown to reduce stress and anxiety. So you might drink, get away from the sugary drinks and start drinking green tea. It's very easy. Just put a couple tea bags in water overnight, stick it in the fridge, drink up the next day. You get in your green tea. You're going to get a little boost in your L-theanine, have a little less stress in your life, possibly improvements in your mood and cognition. So, and this you don't have to have calories. Just drink it without, you don't need sugar and stuff. You just get used to it and enjoy. Now, there's another supplement that you probably haven't heard of is vinpocetine. And what vinpocetine does, it helps lower your blood pressure, among other important benefits for your brain. It's been used for 30 years to treat cerebrovascular disorders like stroke and dementia for the most part. So it helps with brain metabolism and brain function. So vinpocetine like I said, it's a relative newcomer to the scene. Most people haven't heard of it. You're hearing about it now. Another good one here is phosphatidylserine. Helps prevent memory loss and mental decline. What happens is some studies. Now, again, I can't hit the studies right nail on the head, but people who took phosphatidylserine scored higher on short-term memory, mood, and concentration tests. Now, all sounds good. Phosphatidylserine is very easy to get as a supplement, And if you want to keep your brain sharp, I would suggest you take it. So, question you get is, what is the number one supplement for brain health? There is no number one supplement. You got to do a lot of stuff, and I guess the diet, exercise, lifestyle, all that stuff's got to be addressed. I mean, for you to really make a change in your life. I mean, it's not just exercise. Listen, just do exercise alone, great. How about you work on the diet? How about you start looking at certain supplements you can take? You know, you can't get a lot of nutrition from the food we're eating, so you basically have to supplement if you want to stay healthy. So hopefully you learned a little bit today about the different stuff that's out there because there is an awful lot of information. I'm Dr. Brian McKay. My podcast, Not Just a Chiropractor, Stanford Dole, Darien Buchanan. Um, Brain health is really a direction I see myself going into to study, and this is self-serving because I'm 61 years old. I do not want to end up with Alzheimer's. So I mean, this is my fighting chance. When I finish this podcast, I'm gonna get it wrapped up and send it off. But I'm going to be going to the YMCA, getting my exercise in, having a healthy lunch, and enjoying life. I encourage you to do the same. If you have any questions on brain health, feel free to give us a call, 203 656 3636. 203 656 3636. I hope you enjoy these little podcasts, not too long in length, and I hope you learned something. Have a great day. It's election day. Get out there and vote. Vote early, vote often. All right, you take care. Thanks for listening.